Good evening. Again, that's a lie. A bit of a disgusting way to start this. Sorry about that. Well, the bad news is, if I was looking to make progress on getting a sensible sleep schedule, again, I utterly failed at that today because I woke up at like 3:30. Well, I woke up a few times before that, but it was like 11, 12. I'm gonna lay here a little bit longer. Now it's 3:30. The good news is I was attempting to do no such thing, so I haven't actually failed at anything. Because you cannot fail what you have not set out to do. I just had this general feeling of bleh lately for a little while now. Sometimes, some days it manifests as I am tired. Some days it manifests as I can't get rid of this headache. Today it manifested at I feel lethargic. I'm heavy and tired, and also my stomach is running off. So, that's a thing. Anyway, not more Dragon Age today. Again, I'm just enjoying it, and sort of odd, clunky combat aside, it's just kind of fun to be exploring Ferelden again. I look forward to working through the rest of the series again. I'd say I'm maybe halfway through with Origins. Well, I'm halfway through the base game, and even that's optimistic. Um, like, there is still plenty of game here, and when you finish that, you have Awakening, as well as some other side stories. Um, which I don't know if I'll be doing all of them. Like, at least one of them is kind of just a bit of a throwaway thing for extra loot in the main game, which always carries over once you have a complete uh, playthrough of it. And it's where basically you play as the enemy faction in the final battle, and you go through setting everything up that you go through in the final battle. It might even be an alternate version where, the enemy faction ultimately wins the final battle. I can't remember exactly. But, like, I'm fairly certain there wasn't a single line of dialogue in it because of the nature of the enemy faction, which I'm not going to talk about. I don't care if this game came out in 2007. If someone's interested in playing Dragon Age, I'm not going to. Not going to spoil anything. Again, these are conversations where if anyone ever decides to watch this specific video in the series, or any specific video in a series where I mention something and they want to have, a full discussion on the subject, I'd be happy to. Just, like DM me, or we'll talk on Discord, or whatever. I did learn something fantastic today. Zaid's voice actor, um, who is a party member in Mass Effect 2, um, is one kind of everywhere in the first Dragon Age game, and he was also the bad guy in Galaxy Quest. How did I not know this earlier? There was also a character that I ran across that I swear up and down he was a dead ringer for John Goodman, and it was actually I can't remember his name, but it's the voice of Erdnot Rex. So, BioWare apparently shops at the same store for all their games, which isn't surprising. This one character was probably minor enough that they might have just had Rex's VA in for a day, and we're just like, "Hey, do you want to be a random dwarf?" But it was funny how hard it was to because it was roughly the same voice, but without the modulation and the deepening that goes into Krogan voice actors. I didn't recognize it. That's like I found out that Michael Dorn plays a minor character as a minor Krogan character, and it wasn't until a friend of mine pointed it out that I realized. Worf from Next Gen, his actor. And I played through Mass Effect 2 several times before, and it wasn't until a friend of mine pointed it out, and he was like, "Is that Worf?" I was like, "No, I'd have recognized Worf." And no, it was Worf. Or even Steve Bloom plays a Krogan in Mass Effect 2, and it took me a while to put two and two together there. I feel like it's more fun placing voice actors than it is screen actors. It's just like, oh, I know this face. I don't know anything about it, but I know this face. But like, to me, recognizing a voice, especially if it's not in line with the character type of that voice actor, is always fun. If that sentence made sense. I think it did. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm tired. Good night. I'll catch you all tomorrow.